the Astros season is over. It's over. So we need to find things to talk about. And doing a book club with playmakers sounds like a great idea.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, Joe. I was hoping that we would just go down this playmakers rabbit hole so that we could avoid doing what we're about to do to the Houston Astros.
We can keep going.
I got to be honest. I don't want to do what we're about to do to the Houston Astros.
You don't?
I mean, it feels wrong. It does. It feels wrong to be doing this. It's April 26th. But I mean,
how do you feel when you think about the Astros? Does it feel like it's too early? When you watch the game, yesterday's game,
they're cooked. Like they are cooked.
It really, I don't know what to think anymore watching them. I mean, it's clearly not the team that we've seen the last 7 years. How though? How? What happened? I don't know.
Even if they turned it
Same
around,
players.
this season, 80 wins.
Their best case scenario at this point is to be the 2016 Astros.
Yeah.
Which is to miss the playoffs because you had a terrible start.
Yeah, like maybe you get to 84 wins and you make me look like an idiot and you get a wild card spot.
I mean, look, hey.
No, that's
just to be
over.
clear,
That's
I feel
over.
more validated about my takes still.
They're not going to win the division.
No,
either.
they're not either.
I think you're right, though, that they're not going to get the wild card. I will say this. For all those people who believe in jinxes and bad juju, especially in a city that has had the Houston Chronicle rule out the 05 Astros, and on top of that, rule out the Houston Rockets of the Clutch City years, calling it Choke City. There's a chance that there is perhaps a jinx for all those superstitious people in the world, because since I am taking part in these rites, Joe, I did kill the Texas Rangers last September.
Yeah, you did.
So sometimes when we kill things, I don't know, it develops plot armor that a television show like Game of Thrones or every single Marvel show would smile about.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's
do it.
Let's cue the music.
All right, you first.
We are gathered here today on April 26, 2024. Just 26 games into the 2024 season to say goodbye to our beloved Houston Astros. 7 straight ALCS appearances, 2 World Series championships. You still lead the league in hits. You still get a lot of guys on base. You still have a lot of really cool players on the team. But just like your trash Space City jerseys, we were saying goodbye.
Oh, whoa. Trash? Come on. We're going to say that in the middle of a eulogy?
They'd be fine if they just didn't, wore white
Let's
pants.
not talk about a dead person's appearance, Joe.
I'm sorry. Right, that was unfair. I apologize for that to the jerseys.
That was low.
Not to the people, to the jerseys.
They're dead. They can't defend themselves.
But we say goodbye. Ryan Presley. It was fun while it lasted. Can't handle pitching in the 8th inning. Jose Abreu, on pace to be the worst baseball player of all time. We say goodbye to the 2024 Astros in the hopes that they will go to another ALCS, to another World Series. I hope one day you come back to life like The Undertaker in WWE, and just in 2025 we can see you again, as the great Wiz Khalifa would say. But for now, we lay you to rest. We say goodbye to the 2024 Astros. R.I.P.
Very moving words.
Thanks.
I'd like to share some thoughts too. I'm never going to forget all the hits they had this year. There were a lot of hits. Not many with runners in scoring position. I mean, there's a lot of left on base. And they scored not that many runs. But man, there's just so many injuries. It's just too hard for them to overcome it all. It's hard to overcome Jose Abreu playing every day. It's hard to overcome Josh Hader getting paid $95 million and staking. It's hard to overcome Rafael Montero also doing the same thing again. And Ryan Presley doing the same thing again. Also, Jose Abreu doing the same thing again. And on top of that, Jeff Bagwell and Reggie Jackson and Craig Biggio, them doing the same thing again. And Alex Bregman in a contract year, not playing well, and all of those things. I'm never going to forget it, though. Joe, this is hard.
They were the best of times.
But really, they were the worst of times.
It's true.
And sometimes you just have to let go and say goodbye.
Goodbye to the 2024 Astros.
Yeah.
RIP to your playoff hopes.
All right, what do we do here? We do ceremonial dirt, flowers on the coffin.
Do we burn something?
Should I pour one out?
Please don't.
What?
Don't pour that out on the board. It'll stop the radio.
I don't want to have a funeral for your job.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Hey, thanks for bringing some laughter to this moment.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Well, I mean, at least I can take off my suit now. So this funeral's over. I don't know if anyone can see my Merrill Hodge tie. It's a little short, but listen, much like Joe and the movie Wedding Crashers, like I'm done with one person in my life, but I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move on to hotter things, to better things, because I follow the strong. I know it's a little crass on April 26th of 2024 to jump on the bandwagon of another baseball team. But listen, I am who I am, okay? I am who I am. I'm a man of needs. I'm a man of high standards. For those who don't know, I have taken off my suit jacket. I am wearing a teal Seattle Mariners t-shirt. Seattle Mariners are actually doing well in the American League West. And
True.
So listen, it's weird to try to make the dead jealous because they're dead and gone forever. But this is the kind of thing that a person who is trying to get their significant other to notice that things need to change, this is what they do. I'm just coincidentally wearing a Mariner shirt.
Yeah.
It just happened to be the shirt that was available for me in my closet, Like, didn't pick it out by choice, but here it is. It's on. So, I don't know. Am I on the bandwagon after putting the Astros to death?
Yeah, I just want to,
F it.
As we say, goodbye to the Astros in 2024, I just want to take this moment. I'm looking at the camera and just, Junior Bronco, I don't know if you're here today, but
I could make the funeral.
I would like to invite you to the bandwagon. The Cubs are a good baseball team this year.
They did see the Astros.
If you need someone to root for, we've been through it. They were bad. Now they're good. The Astros will be back, but just for this year, if you need something to root for, Junior Bronco specifically, I will welcome you into my home. I will buy you a shot of Malort.
Oh, hey, that's a party. Fred Fowler would approve.
I will give you a Chicago dog the next time I see you.
Okay.
And then in 2025, we can go back to drinking Carbach and eating brisket. But for now, welcome.
Are we killing them forever? Or
No, just for this year.
For this year. Good.
They'll be back
The
next year.
2024 Astros.
Yeah, the 2024 Astros are done.
I feel bad for Ronel Blanco, Taylor Scott,
Yeah,
Seth Martinez.
it's
They
sort
didn't
of-
deserve this.
Right. It's sort of, back in ancient times, like a rich person's either concubine or their pets. They'd kill them and bury them as well, even though they're
like an
totally
Egyptian,
fine.
like an
Yeah.
Egyptian ruler.
Yeah. So we're kind of Ronel Blanco. Sorry, bro.
Sorry,
Seth
dude.
Martinez is a servant that gets thrown into the pyramid.
It's not personal. It's not personal.
Yeah, I wish you didn't have to go with them.
But you got it. You got to go with them.
Yeah, it's an all or nothing kind of situation here. We got asked here, how do we fix this? I don't know.
Time machine.
Look, I don't think that the Astros are dead forever. Like I want to slightly revisit our conversation from yesterday. Being bad this year, like it is what it is, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I think you can look at recent history and it's very possible to be bad this year, have a very high draft pick in next year's draft, and also be very good next year. Look at what the Texas Rangers just did. They were very bad in 2022.
I'm not co-signing this.
They had the 3rd overall pick in the 2023 Major League Baseball draft, and then they won the World Series. So, you can be bad for a year, have a lot of talent on your roster, and still be very good next year. And I think they will be. I don't think Bregman will be here. I think Mauricio Dubon will be your everyday third baseman. Maybe Bryce Matthews. But like they're not dead forever.
I don't like the idea of embracing the suck. You were around the Killer Bees too much.
I know.
We got into it in public. It was our first fight, our first couples fight at Spanish Flowers yesterday.
Yeah, I wish it was not in public. It felt like we could have had a lot more juice there.
Sometimes the fight needs to happen in public so that
Yeah.
you can help someone save himself from himself. Because no, we can't co-sign on this. I look, they're dead, but I mean, there's a part of me. It's sort of like the the old Romans who were putting that one guy in the tomb. You know, I do want to come back 3 days later and see the Houston Astros out and about, right?
Yeah.
So 3 days later, they're fresh off of a 2-game sweep of the
Of the
Rockies
Colorado
in
Rockies.
Mexico.
Right, right. A couple no-hitters along the way.
And that's the boulder that's out of the way.
Yeah, do a little walking on water this weekend, okay? Yeah, I want to come back next week and like in the television show Dallas, like just wake up and be in the shower. Oh, the dead person was alive the whole time. It was just a dream. I want Jon Snow to all of a sudden gasp for air as he's naked lying on a table and say, "Oh, I'm alive."
That's okay.
I want a little plot armor.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. I don't
Yeah.
think I'm going to get it, though. I feel like they're going to split with the Rockies, and we're going to be even more bad.
Yeah, who also have the same record as you, 7-19 on the season. Yeah, like it's just been brutal. I hope that we just jinx this, and I hope that like we get the ultimate like old takes exposed, and I hope all you
We all do. We all do.
I hope one day all of you on Twitch watching right now can call Paul and I the dumbest people on the planet. I hope you get that opportunity. I hope that the Astros pull their heads out of their asses and play good baseball this season. I really do. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Neither of us get it, and now we have resorted to burying something.
Yeah.
The funny thing
I
is,
want to talk baseball every day, but they suck.
it would be the equivalent of like somebody just got diagnosed with a disease, and there's still a chance that they could turn things around, and we're like, nah, we're just killing you. We're just taking you out now.
All right.
Boom! Go out back like your old yeller with rabies. My homie's drinking Pendleton. Tears in everybody's eyes. Astros fans cry.
Wardrobe change even here.
Well, yeah, it's Friday.
That was in a 2-minute break, too.
I know. Moving quick.
It's a Friday. Got to get down on Friday. I'm wearing my tropical shirts. Always wear a tropical shirt on Friday because you want to cruise into the weekend on the best possible vibes. Will I do another wardrobe change before tonight's Houston Texans draft coverage here on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5? You bet your bottom dollar I'm going to get some Texans gear on.
Nice.
I'm H-Town made. But I would not want to do that to you. I don't want everybody to see me wearing a Mariners t-shirt for an entire show. But I hope that the Astros saw that, the Mariners shirt is back out. I'm out on the town in my teal Mariners shirt. You better notice.
Not
Everybody
even
else notices.
Not even the halvesy either.
Not even the halvesy. We went full teal. We didn't even go with the Trident uniform where there's a little bit of like, who's that? What logo is that? The upside down Trident? No, we went full teal. There's no dispute. There's a big old S on my shirt.
How early? Like, what does it take
It's like
to
a
get?
hickey.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, is the 3 games in a row doesn't matter anymore, right, for you?
3 games in a row would be a start.
But it feels like it's just not enough.
3 games in a row would be a start.
Because they just keep losing.
I think I'm now at like get to 3 games, 4 games under 500.
Yeah.
Because there's so many games under 500 that it's going to take work.
I am not an easy man. Excuse me. I'm not a difficult man to satisfy here. Okay, like it's a small little action here. I'm just asking for 3 wins in a row. I'm really not asking for much.
Right now you are. Like,
I'm not. This is not that hard. 3 in a row. The Rockies stink. They should win these 2 games in Mexico City. I don't know if Mexico City levels the playing field, but you should be able to win 2 games in a row. I'm not asking for just 2 though. I want 3.
But you're getting two easy ones, even though we thought the Nationals were going to be 3 easy ones.
They won one of those games at least.
Yeah, with Verlander. Woo. Opening day.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, since the season began, they're actually worse.
And now they're going to Cancun. They're not going to Cancun.
Right,
But they're still going. They're going to Mexico.
They're
City.
going to Mexico City.
still have-
3 Mexico City.
There's still some hope that like the texters from like a week and a half ago were right that like the season really starts when they get back from Mexico.
But
That they're all focused on their vacation. And
right.
Bregman's super tan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's hit no home runs still this season.
Well,
he should
now-
hit at least one this weekend.
Now they're playing 900 feet above sea level or whatever Mexico City
So
is.
if he doesn't hit one,
We've
cooked.
we've restarted the season, so we've pressed the reset button on our Nintendo
can't do it again.
GameCube. Yeah, we can't do it again, and we've
Our
killed them.
GameCube.
Yeah,
I mean, N64 at least.
no GameCube.
You're a GameCube guy?
I was a GameCube guy, and then Halo came out, and
Okay.
Halo 2 came out, and I got an Xbox for that.
Interesting. Well, Spada's Astros won 5 series by the All-Star break.
How many series do they have? A ton of series before now the All-Star break. They better. They better.
How many?
Yeah, they got like half a season's worth, I think, right?
Yeah, they still.
Because the All-Star break is a little bit after the halfway point.
Okay, so they have won 2 series.
Okay. So they just need to win 3 more, right?
They
Or are
win.
they talking about 5 from now until the end?
We're still talking about 2 full months.
I
Of
mean,
baseball.
there's so many. There's like,
Hey,
there's so many left.
There's 2 series against the Oakland A's. Okay.
Okay, split those.
One is a 4-game series, so there's a chance that you might end up splitting that. That might be a little bit more difficult.
They have 23 series left. Looks like.
So 5 and 18
I mean-
series wise.
It doesn't look great in the near future because after the Rockies, it's the Guardians who have the most wins in the American League. It's the Mariners who are in first place in the AL West. It's the Yankees who swept you to open the year. Tigers, they suck, right?
No,
Frisky.
they're frisky.
Damn. Milwaukee's good. The Angels suck, right? Like the Mike Trout has the most home runs, I guess, and they still lost 6-1 despite Mike Trout's American League leading home run.
Do they have a better record than the Astros?
Yes. Well, Sean, here's the problem. There's only 2 teams in baseball who do not have a better record than the Astros,
So that seems tough.
and that
When do we
Miami,
play them?
they
When
play
do we
Miami.
them?
They play Miami.
That's one of them.
before the All Star
In
break.
That's
Miami?
one of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
they play the Rockies again for 2 games.
Okay, who has the same record as you?
This is the rubber match.
When do they
this
play?
weekend.
When do they play the White Sox? Because that's the other team.
They play the White
White
Sox?
Sox this half.
They play them in June. Yeah.
Yep. And it won't be freezing cold in Chicago that time.
So to answer that guy's question,
Javier can
yeah,
pitch.
I think they'll win 5 more series by the All Star break.
I agree.
Will they win many more
7?
than 5?
Yeah. I think they get
know.
to 7 or 8.
What's the earliest someone's been killed off in a TV show that you were upset? I mean, Ned Stark is obviously easy number 1, right?
This might be a spoiler. I'm not sure if it is. There's a television show on Paramount,
Okay.
and it's called Mayor of Kingstown. I'll just say the first episode was shocking. Shocking. I have only watched 2 episodes since then, but
Okay.
the show actually seems pretty good. But without giving a spoiler, you will be disappointed with something that happens towards the end of the first episode of that
Interesting.
show. Yeah.
First episode?
Yeah, it was the first episode.
I mean, Ned
I
Stark-
was yeah, Ned Stark at least made it to episode 9.
Yeah, you got a season.
No, this was easily the most jarring. If you've seen it, you've seen it. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler, but yeah, you'll be fairly shocked by what happens.
I was trying to think of other like good examples of this. I found a list. I've only watched like a handful of these shows. The first one on here is a show that I'm actually watching right now from Yellowstone. One of the kids gets cooked in the pilot.
Gets cooked?
He gets killed.
Oh. I was going to say,
Right.
like the guy from Shogun?
Right,
Gets
but-
put in a pot and
But
boiled?
it's also one of
But
those.
it's so early that I don't think like
the actor, you have no idea who the actor
Yeah.
is. You
Yeah.
know, so you don't really care. Where
like
this
the guy,
case, you do care.
like the guy who gets boiled in episode 1 of Shogun.
Yeah, like that.
It's like R.I.P., but I kind of like this guy. I kind of like the guy who boiled him
you
more.
just watch. Are you guys Stranger Things?
So what's her face, Marge or whatever?
So this one says Bob.
Bob.
Bob. He was he was dating the mom in season 2, I think it was. That he died too early. I don't think so. I thought his character was annoying. TV. Who died too early?
T-Dog from The Walking Dead.
That's a good one. Quicksilver from an Avengers Age of Ultron. You guys watched that one?
Yes.
I thought he died too soon because I like that character.
I think
I would have liked to see him in more movies.
not to Monday morning quarterback that, but are we sure? We're sure he had to die there?
No. No. I think he took the L on purpose.
Yeah.
I think he was ready to go. He was like,
Well, first Hawkeye was ready to go.
Yeah.
Hawkeye just gave himself up. He slid.
yeah, that's true.
I'm looking. It's hard, man. I'm going through a list. Really, like the Mayor of Kingstown was the only one that I can think of, like, where it happened like that early.
Okay,
'Cause
so
most of it's usually like around the season finale. Like, say the first episode of, the first season of 24. Terry Bauer dies in the in the last episode. Effing Nina, traitor.
Darth Maul, even though I guess he didn't technically die.
Yeah, Darth Maul didn't even speak. That doesn't count.
He was awesome, though.
He was awesome. Also, really awesome to get split in two. I mean, it's not awesome to get split in two, but in the movie, it's like, whoa.
But then he lives. It's so stupid.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah, and
They bring him back in, like, the cartoons.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem with.
And then they brought him back in Han Solo in the Solo movie.
They did, right, and then they didn't ever build off of that. Yeah,
He's in the very end. Yeah,
I forgot about it. I saw that movie.
This is one of the tricky things, right? Like, it's tough to kill off characters you care about.
Yeah.
Because when you do that, they're done forever. There's only one show that's really done that, and you've thought to yourself, oh, there's no chance that they're coming back. It was, ironically, Game of Thrones until, Jon Snow died and came back.
Well,
Spoiler
but even then,
alert.
like, if you, like, know some of the book stuff, like...
Yeah, but not everybody knows the books.
Yeah.
There's a select few. The more people were into the show than were into
But, like, everyone was expecting, what's her name? The mom. Caitlin? Catelyn?
Yeah, the Lady
Cat
Stoner
Stark.
thing.
Yeah, Cat Stark, like, I guess in the book she comes back.
Sick.
Yeah, Game of Thrones, I feel like that really is, like, a one-of-a-kind show.
Walking Dead, when you're dead, you're dead.
Well, you technically were not.
Well,
I mean, you're still in the show.
You're undead.
You could be in the show.
Yeah.
I mean, they spent like half the first season looking for that little girl, and she was just in the bar.
Obviously
the whole time.
dead, by the way. Just like infuriating
So-
how much time they look for this
Yeah, I'm like,
obviously
dude,
dead
she's
person.
dead. Like, she's obviously very dead.
Shout out to Shane. Gone too soon.
But even that took a while to get to that
Yeah,
point.
he made it to season 2.
Right, exactly. Like, it's,
Yeah, I rewatched it recently, and I was like, he lives a lot longer than I thought he did. I was trying to think of other movie characters. This is gonna be really embarrassing. Okay, we're gonna have a trust tree moment. Okay, we're friends.
You always act like you're embarrassed to not have seen shows.
This
wait.
one is embarrassing.
Let's wait 5 seconds, Paul.
Okay?
Let's just let him say it, and then just 3 seconds on the clock.
Channing Tatum dies in the first like 5 minutes of G.I. Joe 2.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That actually is a good one.
That's a great one.
Like, but that movie is so bad. It's so
Is
bad.
it?
But like,
It's
he's
not
supposed to
good.
be like, you
It's
think he's
not
the lead character, and he dies in the first 5 minutes of the movie,
But wasn't there a G.I. Joe?
There's a first movie.
which he's in.
Is that the one with Bruce Willis?
Yes.
Okay. The G.I. Joe 2 wasn't good?
Oh wait, no, G.I. Joe 2 was not
Is it
good.
G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra or G.I. Joe Retaliation?
I think it's Rise of Cobra, which is the one that, yeah, where like they portray him as the lead character, and then because they couldn't work out his contract, they're like, well, you're going to be in the movie, but we'll kill you in the first 10 minutes.
Okay.
There's a new G.I. Joe coming out. G.I. Joe and Transformers are going to finally merge into one movie.
Finally.
You're
Been
really
waiting for it.
You're really on top of these movies.
Look, man,
franchises that are great when you're 8.
Yeah.
America's waiting for it to finally come over.
I'm a child at heart.
But hey-
I have no problem admitting that.
Channing Tatum dying that early in a movie, that would qualify. Someone with star power, and he's dead and gone forever really quickly with no possibility for a resurrection. But
Well,
we're
if
leaving
you
it
read
open
the
for
books.
Astros.
No, I'm just
I mean, there's a certain resurrection we haven't talked about yet.
JC?
Yeah, JC. Best one of all time.
Yeah. We're talking about fiction works, and this one happens. So
It's in a book. You don't know.
it is in a book.
I probably just upset a lot of people.
I don't think so. What? Why'd you upset? You just like brought up like a random movie that no one's seen.
I'm trying to think people that.
No, he meant the
Dude.
JC one probably upset people.
Yeah.
When he goes, well, it's in a book.
People that came back that you like. What do you want the Astros to be? I mean, Jon Snow's a good one. even though he didn't need to die. Oh, The Rock and Samuel Jackson in
the other
first
guys.
2 minutes of The Other Guys.
That's true.
That's a good one, too.
And that one, it's like they did it on their own, kind of like the Astros are doing, you know?
Yeah. It's like
That is
They
such a
jumped off the
funny
bridge.
moment.
there was
or
a
building.
tree in sight.
Yeah.
Aiming for the bushes. What a stupid movie. Like, what? Like,
It's so good.
That's an incredible moment.
That was a very good one.
Oh, man.
But that's what the Astros are. Like a famous actor playing a character that dies really early in a movie or a TV show.
That's Alex Bregman
Yeah.
and Ryan Presley.
But
Aim
you-
for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes.
But you want them to come back. You want them to be Jon Snow. You want them to be Emperor Palpatine. Because he came back. He shouldn't have, but he did come back. What a bad movie that was.
Someone says Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men. He made it several seasons. I mean, I suppose you could say that.
Made it like decade.
Right. Like, yeah, there's a decade of that show. So I suppose like this is the end of the run. It's like Charlie Sheen just vanished. And now all of a sudden we've got Ashton Kutcher in our life.
Oh, that's tough.
That's Josh Hader, just the Ashton Kutcher.
Eric in Jersey Village, by the way, thinks that your G.I. Joe knowledge is absolute dog poo.
Man,
Joe
Eric,
George.
I don't know, calling us idiots, and you're the one that knows every single detail about G.I. Joe.
No, I mean you're the one talking about this.
Yeah, I think
this
Dennis Quaid was in it.
movie
not-
franchise, and yeah, come on, man.
I know. It's all right. Thanks for listening as always, Eric. Appreciate you.